and he'll take it out between the circles. Franklin 60, Blackhawk 58, 4:18 left in the fourth quarter. Miller jump pass outside Huber, 15-footer, no good. Wild to the right, rebound Hazelton, and here come the Knights. Hazelton will set it up. He'll take it himself. He'll have it knocked away. Dave should have looked for a guard in the backcourt. It's J.T. Haskins for it. The Franklin fans want a foul called. It was a clean steal, and Hazelton should not have been playing guard.
You're right. Dave should have given the ball up.
Croston, bounce pass inside. Huber's turnaround, no good. Rebound Croston underneath. Foul will go on Nate Keith.
Well, that was a good foul by Nate. He fouled him before the shot was off, but it will be a 1-and-1. But again, he was all by himself underneath the basket. And the only thing that stopped him from getting the easy layup was he was a little bit too far underneath the basket. And Croston is 1 for 1 from the line. He will be shooting a 1-and-1 here, I believe.
And Croston is only a 42% free throw shooter. Jeremy Huber takes a breather as Mark Crissetti checks in.
Did they signal 2 or 1-and-1, Tim?
I haven't seen yet. There we go. It's a 1 in the bonus. Huber shooting to the bucket at our left. I'm sorry, Croston is. In and out, no good. Rebound by Nate Keith, the man who committed the foul. Franklin with the ball, leading by 2. 3:45 left in this one. This game is going out to Hap Rawman, who was not able to attend this game this evening. Here's Kazera, one-hander, no good. Ball deflected away to Blackhawk. Here comes Archie Miller with the ball.
Well, Franklin needs to be a little bit more patient there.
Back door to Canamesa, knocked away by Hazelton. Fulmer tries for the save, but can't get to it. It will be Blackhawks basketball. Again, Hap Rawman, who was voted Franklin's fan of all time. Franklin's #1 fan was not able to make the trip because of medical problems. We wish Hap Rawman back in Franklin at Northwest Medical Center all the best this evening. Back at Sharon High School. Blackhawk trailing Franklin by 2, has the ball. This is Miller outside, 3:16 left in regulation. The Knights 60, the Cougars 58. Miller against Fulmer, into Canamesa, double team.
Franklin's ball. Oh, that went off Canamesa's knee.
The ball rolled right down the body of Jim Canamesa in full view of the official who blew the whistle. He rolls it out of bounds off the body of a Franklin player. Both Franklin players were behind the play. The reason the ball went out of bounds was the double-teaming defense of those two players. Ball knocked back out again. Jason Fulmer may have gotten a hand on it. This corner of the gymnasium's a little out of our view, and you wouldn't want to see the position I'm in right now to try to make the call on this inbound play. It's Croston into Miller. Miller out deep. Blackhawk still has not been able to tie the score. Miller looking inside, now coming back out near the midcourt circle. Croston goes down away from the play. Blackhawk fans want the 5th foul called on Anderson. No whistle. Here's Miller. Hook pass inside. Canamesa up over Kazera. Banks it in. We're tied at 60.
Well, that was just a good shot. He got good position on the switch there. And that's what they're looking for.
Anderson into the front court. Left to Nate Keith. Keith looking inside, now passing out to the point to Kazera. Right to Fulmer. To the right baseline, Nate Keith. Keith defended by J.T. Haskins. He needs some help. Nate bounced pass to Ryan Anderson at the right wing. Three-pointer, no good. Ball rebounded by Franklin. Nate Keith coming up with it. Back into the right corner, left corner rather, and trying to look for the pass to the right. Now it's out to Fulmer, right near the near sideline to Anderson. Bounce pass left to Fulmer. 2:12 left in regulation. We're tied at 60. Fulmer around a pick. Fulmer off to Nate Keith. Blackhawk fans want a traveling violation. Jason got the pass off before the walk. Turn around, Nate Keith from the right wing is good.
Well, it's this game. There's less than 2 minutes left. Big stop here we need.
Knights 62, Cougars 60. J.T. Haskins out beyond three-point range at the left. Out to the point to Fassetti. Back to Haskins. Head fake. Jumper from 15. Off the back of the rim. No good. Canamesa with the board and the putback. Canamesa has 8 points in the fourth quarter, and he has 28 points tonight. We're tied at 62.
Well, Franklin needs to come down and take a good shot selection here.
A minute and a half left in regulation. A tie ball game. Anderson into the front court. Miller defending. The junior against the senior. Ryan takes it himself. Switches hands. No good on the shot. Foul called. Ryan Anderson should be going to the free throw line.
I believe the foul will be on Miller. Ryan went up left-handed. Looked like it was going to roll in, but just a little bit too strong. Ryan is 3 for 4 from the foul line here. Minute 25 left. Ryan needs to take his time, knock these down.
Well, Well, the score we were passed on in our last break at the Cranberry game had the Lady Berries leading, and we know they had 44 points. We don't know how big the lead was. The end of the message as to the point total for Bellwin-Antis was a bit garbled, so we'll try to bring you up to date on that score as we go along. But right here we have a tie ball game. Ryan Anderton to shoot two. First free throw is good. Franklin has the lead.
Okay, nothing but net, Ryan. Now he needs to take just a little bit more time on this second one and relax.
All right, the second of two. Ryan Anderton with a dozen points, going for number 13. Hits this one. Ryan Anderton is 5 for 6 from the line tonight. Franklin by 2, 64-62, and Blackhawk wants a timeout.
And that's their third timeout, Jim. They'll only have one left.
A timeout with 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. The score, Franklin 64, Blackhawk 62, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on 14:50.
They're going to go inside to the big guy, Canada Mesa, and he has just played a tremendous ball game. Dave Hazelton, Matt Kazera should be double teaming him down there. Jason Fulmer, they not in any foul trouble, so they can afford to commit a foul. Don't give up that easy basket. Make them earn it at the line.
Blackhawk is inbounded, moving to our left. Miller penetrates, dishes off to the right. Haskins jumper missed. Rebound, Ryan Anderton, and underneath a foul on the Blackhawk Cougars. Anderton went up strong inside Jim Canada Mesa. Out-rebounded the man who outsizes him by 7 inches. Canada Mesa commits the foul. Anderton will go to the line for 1 and 1.
You're right, Jim. Ryan Anderton just with a tremendous gutsy rebound. He was up in the air, had position. Canada Mesa fouling him. Now Ryan knocked down his last board, needs to take his time. This is the ball game here. We've got to hit him to take the pressure off.
Ryan 5 of 6 tonight, but was only hitting 50% in the playoffs before tonight. Front end of the 1 and 1 is good. He got the roll off the front of the rim. A bonus shot coming up. Franklin's up by 3 right now. Ryan Anderton with one more.
That puts us in a good situation there where we can't lose on a three-pointer.
Ryan Anderton had the ball at the free throw line. A Blackhawk player was trying to get in. He was starting to come into the game. They took the ball away from Ryan to tell the Blackhawk player he couldn't come in. Now Anderton gets the ball back again. Penalty shot good. Franklin by 4, 66-62. Now Mark Giuseppe does check into the ball game, and he's replacing Steve Lodovico.
Well, you're in a do-or-die situation here. You don't want to give the big man an easy one. You got to drop off and double team him, but how many times in this situation have we seen them just let people pop up a three-pointer?
1:10 left. Here comes Blackhawk trailing by 4. Jumper good. From inside the right wing, J.T. Haskins for 2. Franklin inbounding against the pressure defense, and Matt Kazera calls a timeout. 58.4 seconds left in regulation. Franklin will have the ball when play resumes. They lead 66-64. We'll be back in 60 seconds on 1450 WFRA. Franklin Knights with a 2-point lead. 58 seconds left in regulation. The Knights inbounding. Blackhawk pressing. Here comes Anderton into the front court. To the right wing. Backs up a little. Now bounces the pass back to Matt Kazera. Matt looks right. Comes left. To the point. To the left wing. On the weave. The pass off to Ryan Anderton. Outside. Jason Fulmer looking for Kazera. Passing to Matt. Foul called. Ryan Miller commits the foul. What that does is send Franklin's best free throw shooter, Matt Kazera, to the line for the 1 and 1.
Well, this is the guy that we wanted to go to the line and knock down the foul shots. He's 5 for 6 so far. We'll be shooting the 1 and 1.
And Matt Kazera is 21 of 23 from the charity line in postseason play. 37.8 seconds left in regulation. A 2-point lead for the Knights. Kazera makes the first one. A bonus shot to come, and he could make this a 2-possession game.
And Matt doing a good job backing off the line, sitting down there. I'm sure Matt's saying a prayer right now. And I'm thinking one for him, and let's everybody on the listening side here say a little prayer here right now. Knock this one down with 37 seconds left, and it puts us in a real good situation.
Kazera's free throw is good. Knights Cougars 64. Here comes Blackhawk. Miller lobbing it inside to Canamesa. Turnaround good. Even though Nate Keith went up and slapped the rebound trying to block it, we're back to a 2-point game. And again, Kazera is fouled in the backcourt.
Well, I didn't see who. It must have been Miller who made the foul again. But Franklin not getting down the floor fast enough that time on defense, giving up a way too easy of a shot here. Matt's back at the line. Same situation as about 10 seconds ago. He needs to knock these two down.
It's 68-66 Franklin. The Knights back on the free throw line. Matt Kazera there for another 1-and-1 situation. Blackhawk fouling in the backcourt, hoping Franklin misses. Kazera does. Fight for the rebound. Canamesa has it, and he'll hand off to Miller. Here come the Cougars. 24 seconds left in regulation. Haskins, a free trip to the basket. Blocked by Hazelton. Jason Fulmer's free. He'll track down the ball. No, the pass is too long. Fulmer loses the ball out of bounds. He goes down. He says draft or something to that extent, and Blackhawk will get the ball back with 15 seconds left. They trail by 2 points. Hazelton blocked the shot. Franklin had the outlet pass, and it was just overthrown, just over Jason Fulmer. All right, Haskins inbounding to Miller. He'll set it up slowly. Now he'll pick up speed at midcourt. Miller to the top of the key. Head fake inside the paint. Shot goes in and a foul ball.
Foul's going on Nate Keith, and he just went right by Ryan Anderson in there. Contact was made. It's a 1-on-1 situation. If he makes this, Franklin will be down a point.
7.7 seconds left. 68-68. Ryan Miller has just tied the score, taking the ball inside the paint to within about 10 feet, scooping up a layup from there, making it, drawing the foul. And Ryan Miller, a 5'8 sophomore, who is a 66% free throw shooter, will go to the line for one and a chance at converting a three-point play.
Well, I'm sure if he makes this, Franklin will maybe get the ball inbounds, get it to half court, and call timeout.
Shooting to the line to our left. Miller's free throw is good. Blackhawk leads by a point. Matt Kazera will take his time inbounding. Here it comes to Ryan Anderson. Franklin will take the ball. Anderson behind the back dribble. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound Keith. Tip in, no good. Tip in, Hazelton, no good. Blackhawk has won by a point. Blackhawk has won by a point. The Cougars go on. Coach Bill Hager shaking hands with Coach John Miller. Sharon High School erupting as Ryan Miller, the coach's son, put Blackhawk ahead on a play by himself. Franklin had two chances to win the game. Anderson on the jump shot. Nate Keith on the tip-in attempt from the right baseline. And the second tip would have been Leach. Blackhawks Cougars move on to the Elite Eight. And just that suddenly, the Franklin Knights season ends. The undefeated year will not result in a trip to Hershey, but the Franklin Knights have finished their most successful high school basketball campaign ever. They'll close out at 28-1. The Franklin fans applauding their players as the players leave. And the Blackhawk fans still on their feet. They're not departing yet. The final score, the Cougars 69 and the Franklin Knights 68 as the Blackhawk Cougars